Thanks for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, I appreciate it. Welcome back everybody to some more EU4 with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. Last episode we declared war on Russia, finally, having said so for probably like a month or two in real life. We actually ended up doing it. And the only thing I've done between episodes is I've decided to move one of the two stacks that was over here sieging back, because we're going to ask Shun for some maps. But for some reason, you could only have a nation share maps with you if you have a stack of troops adjacent to the location you want to find out about. I don't really know why that is, but I just know that that's a thing. We're going to move one stack back so we can facilitate that. Meanwhile, we're just contending with really just mopping up almost at this point. We don't want to go too aggressive because you never know when we're going to get a big stack around the corner, but I think with, for example, this big stack of really nothing that's going on, we can split these up and start carpet sieging a little bit. We just have to keep an eye on it. Otherwise, we're going to end up ruining our day. We're going to split these into probably 8 to 9,000 stacks should be fine. And now we have to play the what do we want to carpet siege game, because you can't just drag through, you can only click by state. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We don't want to get too brave right now. We don't want to have them spread out too much either. This will be fine as a starting point, I think. We're going to have these 4 stacks all doing the carpet siege. And we're going to split these 2 stacks only into half and do the same thing, because that way we have slightly bigger stacks patrolling the areas in case Russia does come back. So that should work fine. Down here is going to go and siege back Sevastopol. We don't really care too much if this happens down here, but I guess we should probably deal with it in case Poland decides they want it. Just more annoying than anything else. So let's use one of those 2 stacks on it. Yes, we just now have to play the caution game and just ensure we don't get ambushed without realizing. We also can take our big navy and sit it over in the eastern sea of Ireland, because that will stop Russia being able to use the little islands here as a shortcut across Scandinavia. If we can slow them down and annoy them, I'm perfectly happy to do so. Oh, they're running. They're running. Where's that Georgian stack going to go? Hopefully not somewhere too annoying. Yeah, Tereni, if you want to see it on Parliament, you can. The atmospheric engine. So, yeah, coal, iron, and copper province are now more likely to trigger industrialization events. But if you remember last episode, we already had one where coal and iron's more likely. It stacks. We really had any of those industrialization events, though? If we have, we haven't had very many. Spain's declared on Morocco, that's fine. I'm really surprised Morocco still exists, but meh. They'll keep Spain busy, which means they won't be busy with us, so I'm fine with that. Load of cores, beautiful, thank you very much. Where is this stack going? I wish I had the ability to just click a button and have you pursue a stack, but oh well. Still don't see a big stack. There's a stack trying to de-siege Orenburg, but it's not a particularly large stack and I don't really care. Sevastopol has been sieged back again. We're still at our leader limit, I think. I'll probably take one from over here. So that 34k stack, you were 4612. You're this guy. We're just going to borrow you. And you're going to go deal with that stack. Finally. The Georgian province has been sieged out. Let me just get that one other province there and then we can move all of our troops away. I don't know where the Georgian stack has gone, but we don't want to piece them out yet, because I want to vassalize, really more for fun than for efficiency. I want to vassalize Armenia and then take some land from Georgia when we do so. Because it'll be fun. There's a stack. We weren't paying enough attention. Which means, can we escape? Probably not, because yeah, they're going to arrive in 6 days. There's no way on this earth we're going to be able to escape. Yeah, it's not happening. Oh, we can escape to there. Okay. I tell a lie. All these stacks are going to stop autonomously sieging, come to Murom, and we'll beat that group back. They do have a bigger stack forming around Orenburg, but we should still be fine. Especially with this 45k stack of mercenaries, we can have them head in that direction as well. Meanwhile, this 19k stack can start doing the autonomous sieging. $8k stack no longer have to do the force march. Where are you going, Penza? Can we catch you first? We can. Do we want to? Probably. But I would say not there. So let's combine up, try and catch them in Penza instead. We may or may not be able to. If not, we're going to start chasing them. We can definitely catch that 4k stack, so we'll bop those first, I guess. Yeah, so here's Russia's consolidating a load of its troops in the middle of the country, which is fine. We should be able to get some land information out of Shun immediately. East Siberia, we can. Anywhere else that gives us more provinces immediately? Yes, Mongolia. Beautiful. Costs us 15 prestige, but it's going to save us so much time in traveling. Because when you travel through a province you've never seen before and isn't on your map, it takes forever. So this is definitely the way to go. They have they have 3 forts in that area. That's not terrible. Could have been an awful lot worse. That Georgian stack is about to get bopped. If I can get over there. Am I not allowed to move there? I was going to say that there's no... there's a land border, so we should be able to. Yeah, so that's going to get bopped. All of our troops are reforming. They're going to... where? Oh, that's an interesting choice. Okay, they're going to go up north. We should be able to bop them. Yes. That's even a step, too. I was going to say, yes, it's forest, but it's not even forest. That's really convenient. Okay. Thank you so very much. Meanwhile, that one province that they managed to get the basic siege on in our little islands off Anatolia, we'll get that dealt with, and then that will be another stack that's available to go deal with them. We're going to have to be careful. We're outnumbered now in Orenburg with our 1 stack, so we need to pincer move them ideally. Go. The O has been completed. I'm going to have you start generally walking in that direction. That was a painful fight. But we did win. We combine everything. And you're also going to come and help us deal with that D-siege. They might be able to get this completed in time, but it's fine. It's a step. It's a level 2 fort. It'll take essentially no time to D-siege, so I'm not worried about it. Do we have our diplomat back so we can share maps again? Oh, we can't do another one until the 27th. Okay. 27th, we'll wait for it. We have no choice. We did lose the siege of Orenburg, but it's fine. Where is that big stack going? They're going up north, which is a little bit annoying because we'll have to take the long route around to get them, but it's fine. We won the siege at Bergslag, and I even forgot you were over here. I don't see any troops, so I guess we can split this in 2. Have you go for... no, go for Dal. Then we'll have you siege Ostergotland. Yeah, 61% war score. We're making great strides. We don't need this naval stack here anymore either. This can go back over here. And if we go back to this front, where's everybody going? We don't know. They're all over the shop. They also have a stack that's fleeing in this direction. Like, where are they going? Oh, they went to Kharkov. That's interesting. Huh. Britain sieging that out. Avoiding the strong enemy. That's fair. I mean, there is a strong stack there, but Poland should be dealing with it any moment now. I would like to make sure they don't de-siege this province if we can get away with it, of Chelyabinsk. Again, not because it'll be difficult to deal with, just it's a pain, but we're going to have to rely on them failing a 35% roll, I think. Oh well, it's fine. Well, there's quite a big stack there too. They have a few big stacks in this area, it turns out. Please don't succeed the 35% roll. Oh, you son of a biscuit. It's fine. We'll go deal with it again in a moment. There's about 72,000 Russian troops in Shun. Shun needs to hurry up and get its troops back into position. It has 54,000 troops in Japan, which is roughly about 40% of its army. And if it doesn't get its troops back, Russia's just going to run them over. And that's not the point of them being there. Guess we'll try and get some more land map off them. So we can still get Eastern Siberia. It's not really that high a priority. Manchuria's 31 provinces. Why won't they give us this? Oh, they want Northern China, so they won't give us a map for it. I mean, fine. We'll have a look at a different region instead then. Do we have any forts? We have 2 in Manchuria. Okay. Yeah, I guess they just don't want to give us this part of the map. Which, I mean, I understand, but at the same time, you suck, and I want to see. Let me see what you see. Okay, good. Poland is going to attack that 18k stack. I guess we should have at least one group re-siege Orenburg, so we'll have one of those armies go do it. Quicker to re-siege something pretty quickly after it has been taken out, because they're not going to have very many troops in their garrison. Full. Bohemia hates us. That's, I mean, expected. See if we can catch that 15k stack as well while we're there. Okay, so here's the Georgian army. All 28,000 of it over miles away from their own territory, which is kind of fun. Let's now see if we can siege out, well, siege out, peace out some of these fellas. They will now be vassalized. So we're going to do that immediately. You're now our vassal. We're going to say, hey, diplomat is sitting on his backside not doing anything. Come back, and we're going to have you make peace with Georgia. And realistically, I don't want any of this land. At least not right now. It's just a pain to access. We're probably going to take this land. Just so we can then attack the Ottomans and cover some land in the middle. But realistically, all this territory we don't really need. And if memory serves, last time we checked, yeah, they don't have any cause or claims on Georgian land as Armenia, which is very unfortunate. That does not mean they're not going to get anything, though. We're going to try and give them at least this state. So this is going to be... I nearly get rid of the platinum. That's not what I wanted. Wait. Did I not? Yeah. Oh, they're not technically in the... They're not in the war, so I would have to take the land myself and then give it to them, I guess. Or can I, after the fact, say, hey, join this war? I guess not. Okay, well, that's good to know. So we're going to take some land then and then just give it to Armenia. That's what I want to give them. Done. And then we're going to give them those provinces. So we're going to go into Armenia. We shouldn't need to placate. We'll just buddy up to them after the fact. We can do knowledge sharing too, if we want to get them the Enlightenment institution, but I'm not really that concerned about that. Okay, we can't do it because we're in a war. So these 5 provinces, we're not going to keep, we're just going to give it to Armenia afterwards, which means we're just going to leave them alone. Unless we want to try and help them convert religion. Oh, that's fine. We'll deal with that later. So those 5 provinces, we're not going to keep. So we're not going to worry about coring them. We're just going to give them away to our vassal. Okay, so those 2 we no longer have to worry about, which is awesome. That's less troops on the table to contend with. Now what we need to do is concentrate on, purely and simply, beating up Russia before Russia beats up Shun too much. Because if they get beaten up too hard, they may end up taking land from Shun, which is the exact opposite of what I wanted them to do. And we can probably go back. This 19k stack. Come here. Come here. Are you on auto siege? You are. Perfect. So the 19k is, the 20k might be, who knows? Says it is. Yeah, it is autonomously sieging, so that one's fine. So we have a couple going around. We can probably have them siege a slightly wider part of... Wait. It removed everything? Why? We'll have them at least start there. Maybe we'll give them maybe a couple more places to do. Like over here, maybe. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. They just have to do something to keep sieging things. Ostergotland has been sieged out as well. We'll go to Elfsborg. Eventually, like, really one thing we want to do is siege, not that mercenary tile, but the province. Please stop interrupting me. The province of Bohuslan, because that will force their navy to come out to play. And we really want to break the Russian navy if we can, just to really reduce the odds of doing anything in the future. It seems their stack was able to escape, so we're going to re-siege these 2 provinces. We don't need to core any of that stuff. Then we have this 4th 40k stack. They're combining up north here. They're probably going to try and take back Berezov. If they do, we should be perfectly fine. Now, we have a lot of troops in the middle of Russia. We're up to 65% war score, and Shun is not helping. They need to do something that's less incompetent than what they're doing right now, please. Apparently we can get military tech 25 a whole 8 years ahead if we wanted to. It'd give us the new type of artillery, but we're not going to do that. We're going to spend a lot of military points that'll be increasing our manpower, but we're not doing that right now either. We're in the middle of a war. We're not going to concentrate on that right now. Stacks can come together. Where are you going? I have no idea where you're going. There we go. The one province I wasn't able to see on screen. These provinces are big. And a lot of them I roughly know where they are by name, but then you get into the Russian territory and I'm just like, no, I have no idea. I don't play this part of the game, this area, very much, because it kind of feels like... If you play as Muscovy, it feels like you're playing on easy mode. If you play as Novgorod, it can be a little bit luck-based. Because if all of your neighbors end up hating you, then it can be a really tricky start. So you occasionally have to re-roll. Nowhere near as bad as playing something like Byzantium, but we'll take the 10 prestige hit, that's fine. Up to a nice war score at this point. We've got Ellsberg back. That, and now we can go for, yes, Bohuslan. This is the province we want. Not to own, but just to ruin Russia's day. And Shun has finally got a decent stack together. Shame it took them forever, but I guess it's better late than never. They also tried to attack me in the mountains, which I guess makes sense, but we outnumbered them, so that was a terrible decision. Had they gone with a proper stack, that would have succeeded, because I was not paying attention. I'll have you go down to Hammy. Just in case that happens again, we'll have a second stack in the vicinity. And we can probably widen our auto-siege net at this point to over here. I can see Poland is also carpet sieging. They're doing it a lot more dangerously than we are. They're going with 1,000 stacks, which is definitely more efficient. But all you need is one stack of Russian troops to come in. They're just going to wipe out all of your carpet sieging, which we would rather not have happen. How many troops do they have at this point, anyway? They have 340,000 troops. They have more troops now than they did when the war started. But they've also used up about 250,000 manpower, whereas we have slightly more manpower than we did when the war started. Shows how good our manpower efficiency has become. Finally, that big siege has completed. Where can we go next? Let's go to Hohot, which is another mountain, so let's try and do that while they don't have all their stacks back together. We have a 16k stack we can see there in northwestern Shun. That's not too bad. Really, I am worried about how poorly the Shun army is functioning in this battle, though. I didn't think they'd get destroyed like this. Like I said, otherwise I wouldn't have invited them in. Although, having said that, they do have positive war score against Russia now. Not by a lot, but they have to start somewhere, right? Also, did I not move this stack? Of course I didn't. What am I doing? That's not attrition for no reason, please. You guys can come back to our territory. I don't feel like we need you here. Let's have you come back to Constantinople, because the supply limit is enormous. Ooh, we do have peasants. Lots and lots of peasants that we don't want to deal with. That's not our problem, that's Russia's. And that is an awful lot of them. Having said that, I'd really rather they not besiege something like that, but meh, Poland will deal with it. Completed our siege of Bohuslan, so I'm hoping that the British Navy will come and help ours, or we're going to take that head on. Which would be unfortunate. Wouldn't be a disaster, it would just be a little bit annoying. We can start carpet sieging, though. So we're going to. Split this stack in half, please, and do that. Again, don't want to go too low on troops, because we'll end up getting surprised and routed. This is going to be a painful encounter, so let's watch it. They have 108 ships. We have 119 ships. However, they have a lot more galleys than we do. But because this is a coast and not an inland sea, they only get a 50% bonus, not a 100. It's specifically why I wanted to be here and not, say, in Kattegat. They have a leader who sucks. They have 3 maneuver points, so they'll have a fairly wide front, but we have a wider front. I would certainly hope, given we have a wider front and slightly better naval morale, that we should win this battle. However, I would be surprised if we won this battle without taking any ship losses. We'll see. Oh, they ran away pretty quickly, so I guess we will. They lost 3 heavy ships. Where are you choosing to go? You're gonna go hide. Okay, right next door. That's fine. We're gonna heal on the coast, so that doesn't really matter to us. In fact, I'm going to take this one. I know it was meant to be on... I don't need to be transported, right? Why would I need to be transported there? Oh, the Siege of Dal still hasn't completed. Okay. Then we'll wait. We're going to sit in place so they... Go, Britain, go over here. Please? What if I flag it for you? Siege that province. Okay, if you don't, I will. I don't want to give them unlimited time to heal back all of their ship health, preferably. There's a lot of troops over here. There's a lot going. My word, they are doing a lot of recruitment in the east. How many troops are they up to now? 242,000. It's still fine. I wish you guys would take different routes back. Like, come on, man. Do something like that, please. Like, we're walking through Russia, northern Russia in winter. What are you thinking? Smack. Yeah, the Shun army has the numbers, but just isn't doing anything. Like, why is that 39k stack so far away? What are they doing? Stupid AI is stupid, I guess. Some things never change. And despite the fact... Okay, good. I asked them to do it and they did. I'm still going to sit here just in case they stop it, though, because they are dumb like that. Yeah, sometimes you'll ask an AI friend to be like, siege this province, and they will actively just avoid doing it for some reason. And a couple of culture changes. Isn't that nice and swell? We do have some troops down in our newly acquired vassal's location. There's probably a good thing we're sending a stack of troops down. I guess we'll move this 40k stack in now. Yeah. That makes sense to me. We're also back in this naval battle. We have more ships available because some of the British ships are in here as well. They still have plenty of places they could flee to, though, so I assume they're just going to run immediately. Oh, we have a revolt. I guess we'll take that out on the way. Georgiou, stop misbehaving. This stack can also start auto-sieging. Auto-sieging, yeah. Okay. That as well. Get some of the Baltic in there. I think it's already sieged out, but just in case. We'll get some of the central area as well. Eventually, they should all end up converging into one location together because we're going to run out of places for them to carpet siege. But for now, we'll just give them more and more rope. I'm almost tempted to send one of the stacks back because they do have a lot of troops over in Shun territory, but we have about 100,000 troops in the area. We should be fine. It's a crazy looking map, though. I don't know why so much of this has been occupied by Shun, but meh, it's fine. Quite why the war score looks artificially good. Because realistically, they should not have a good war score. They're getting their backsides handed to them. And also... Oh, okay, Britain moved their navy without us first. I didn't want to fight them in here because of all the galleys. But I guess Britain has so many... Oh my word, they brought all of their troops in. Hang on a minute. So, the Russians... So, 7 transports have been captured. And Russia has lost 7 heavies, 3 lights, 23 galleys, and 9 transports. Please tell me I didn't get all the transports. I did not. Okay, England did. I don't want them. I don't know where they're going to flee to, so we're just going to head roughly in the direction we expect them to, if we have any idea. Hami has been sieged out. Who's moving over here? Suicidal troops, I guess. That's fine. We're going to go and take Ejin because there's a smallish, manageable stack to take out there. Yeah, we should be able to do that fairly safely, looking at where all the troops are. Meanwhile, we have to move back to Europe and try and work out where did the Russian fleet go. Okay, they did. They moved to Lowland. So we are perfectly fine to sit here. Okay, perfect. Meanwhile, down in our new vassal's territory, we're going to have to deal with some inconvenience. And that's an inconvenient timing too. Anyway, it's our one stack that we had here the entire war has moved away, and then as soon as they have, they've gone, hey, freedom, and revolted. Unfortunately for them, we have 95,000 troops coming their way, so oh dear for them. Now, at this stage, realistically, we could peace out with Russia. I'm sure if we look at the modification, even though it's 85% war score, we can see by the fact there's a 107-point discrepancy between positive and negative. We're going to be able to get close to 100% war score, probably about 93, 94. But the reason why I'm not going to peace out yet is because the longer we can drag this war out for, the more rebellions they should theoretically have. Doesn't help that our allies are probably going to take some of the rebellions out. But the longer we sit on some of these provinces, the more devastation they're going to have, the weaker the province is going to be, and it's going to cause Russia to take longer to recover, which is ultimately what we want. They still have manpower and 340,000 troops. We haven't even bled their manpower out yet, which, again, really just says how much manpower they theoretically have. So we probably want to sit a little bit longer. Having said that, we're going to do it next episode, because this has also been on for a long time. So hopefully I'll see you then. We'll see what kind of fun peace treaty we potentially want to do. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.